So there we are. We're live on Facebook. All right. Well, welcome, panel. How are you, all of you?
Bit nervous.
Well, I'm glad you're all here tonight. Thanks for sharing your time with me and everyone else. And I always appreciate it. You know, I mean, it's Friday night. It's a beautiful night outside here. The sun is shining. You know, we have daylight to almost 10 o'clock at night now, this time of year for about a month or so. And then it starts kind of going back the other way. But, you know, to give up your time on a Friday night to be here, those of you down in Australia, it's a Saturday morning, and nothing better that you could do than be here with us here on this call. And for those of you in Facebook land, welcome. Give us the thumbs up, the smiley face, the hearts, you know, comment where you're from. If you've got a story of your own that you've used the Sisel products and noticed improved health, write it down, jot down what your story is in the comment section, and maybe we can get you on our next call. For those of you who are listening and you want to be part of the call next time, let me know. Just message me on Facebook, and we'll get you on, and we'll have you as part of it. And you know, I've been part of Sisel now. I've been part of Sisel now for close to 10 years, and I'll tell you, it's just amazing how much better I feel. I was telling a friend of mine that I went fishing with the last couple of days. I was saying that you know, 13 years ago I got in a really horrible motorcycle accident, and the doctors told me that I'd probably never walk again. And they wanted to amputate my leg, and normally I used to do a lot of work with personal injury cases in my clinic, and I actually was an expert witness for a couple of law firms up here. And I would get up on the stand in court and testify on behalf of the patient. And you know, we were taught that after 2 to 3 years after an accident, chances are you weren't going to get any better. That's what we were taught. And it's been 13 years, and folks, I continue to get better. I'm walking better today than I did last year. I'm walking better today than I did in February when I was in Australia. I'm walking better today than I did, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And I just keep getting better. My leg just keeps getting better. And I just find it amazing. So I know these products are working because, like I said, I mean, we were taught that maximum medical improvement, MMI, was usually met 2 to 3 years after an accident. And I just keep getting better. And, and man, I like that, like an old bottle of whiskey or something. It just, I'm aging really nicely, right? I must be in an oak barrel casket or something. But earlier in the week, I did a talk on the future of aging. And for those of you that are listening to the call right now, go to the YouTube channel, Sisel World Team YouTube channel, and check out the recording that Andrea and I did. We were talking about the future of aging and anti-aging. They're predicting right now, researchers are predicting that if you're born in Japan right now, if you're a newborn today in Japan, you have a 50% chance of making it to 107 years old. Think about that. You have a 50% chance of making it to 107 years old if you're born in Japan today. If you're born in the United States today as a newborn, you have a 50% chance of making it to 104. 104. So whether you like it or not, oh, thanks, Rennie. I'll go make her part of the panel. Whether you like it or not, you're going to get old. Whether you like it or not. But that's not guaranteeing how you're going to get there. They're also predicting that the number of people that will have Alzheimer's is going to keep going up, 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 over the next 30 years. They're saying the number of people that are going to get cancer is going to go up, up, up over the next 30 years. So start putting those numbers together. Yeah, you're going to live longer. Yeah, you're going to have higher chances of cancer and Alzheimer's. And I'm just saying, hey, look at all of us here. I mean, Bob's 70. You're 70, right? Oh, you shut off. You're muted. But anyhow,
75 in August. Okay?
75 and holding. You know, and you think about it, Bob's doing things today that's making him better, and he's going to share a story with us in just a little bit. But let me go get Letitia and bring her onto the call, and then we'll really get this thing rolling. Let's see, where are you? Rennie, I don't see her there. Is she under a different name? Is she under user?
No, I'm seeing her in attendee.
Oh, there she is. I see her. Okay. Yeah. Yep. All right. And I don't think I've met Letitia before. Maybe.
I think you met her in Sydney at your event.
Oh, it's Sydney. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Letitia. Welcome to the call.
Hello. Can you see me? Hear me?
You have to turn your camera on. Just hit the little video button down in the lower left-hand side of your screen, and that'll turn your video on.
Am I there yet?
I don't see you there yet. All right. Well, while you're playing with that, we're going to get going on a couple testimonials here. Carmel, I'm going to start with you. I know you're a little nervous, and I appreciate you coming here. And, you know, the hardest part is the first time. Once you've done it, once you've given your testimony, next time, you're going to be calling me up. Can I do it again? Can I do it again?
I hope so.
Yeah. Hi, Letitia. Welcome to the call.
Hi.
I see you now. There. So, Carmel, tell us a little bit about what's going on with your life. I know, you sent me your written testimony the other day, and it was awesome. So I won't tell anything about what you shared with me. Go ahead and share with people what you've noticed since you started taking these products.
Well, actually, that's what I'm going to do, Kurt. I'm just going to read off it because my nerves are a bit bad, and because of all this COVID stuff going on, I haven't got my brain vitality yet.
Okay.
So I'm without that for 2 weeks, and I have found that to be really, really good for anxiety and depression. So so I'm a little bit frazzled, but anyway, I've got quite a bit of a story, so I hope that's okay.
You got the microphone. You're on the hot mic.
Well, I'll start with an introduction. My name is Carmel, and I live in Ballina, New South Wales, where I was born 62 years ago. I've been a sole parent for most of my life, and I used to be a primary school teacher as well for 25 years. Most of my time and energy went into looking after my girls and also my career in the teaching profession. Unfortunately, I ended up going on medical retirement for anxiety and depression when I was 44, or what they commonly call today as burnout. This was not how I intended on finishing up my career, and I felt like a real failure. But my psychologist said to me, "You have not failed, your health has failed." And ever since then, I've been working hard to get my health back on track. And that was 16 years ago now. But during the last 10 years or so, I've had several traumatic events in my life. I've had 2 fires, I've had 1 sister with cancer, and 4 family members who've passed away. Each time I suffered a trauma though, I noticed that my legs became weaker and it became harder for me to literally get back up. The most challenging trauma for me was when I broke my back about 7 years ago now, in 2013. I was on a lot of pain medication for several years, but it didn't seem to be helping the kind of pain that I had. I was worried that I was becoming addicted to pain medication because it just didn't seem to be working, and I was wanting to take more and more of it. I also had a chronic cough that I couldn't get rid of. And that lasted for over 5 years. I saw lots of different therapists looking for something to help me. I'd been on several rounds of antibiotics, but again, this seemed to work for just a short time. I'd had all sorts of tests done, but nobody could find anything wrong with me, and said that it must be my weak area and something that I might have to learn to live with. I did not believe them, and so I started to do my own research, trying different gut health programs, detoxes, etc., while still continuing to see different therapists. Again, I slipped into depression as I was not improving, and my anxiety got really bad. I started to see a psychologist again and was put onto antidepressants again. Friends would say to me that I was getting older and that I should expect to have some kind of pain with the aging process. I could accept that, but not the kind of pain that I had, nor the weakness in my legs and my chronic cough. I was not prepared to accept that this was how I was going to be for the rest of my life. And so I had to keep searching. All the different programs that I went on helped a little, but it was not until I was introduced to Sisel at the end of 2018 that I started to take some different nutritional products. I could feel myself start to improve at a much faster rate. For a good 6 months, I tried and loved just about all the products that they had, but I found that Brain Vitality and Super Omega Plus was really good for my depression and anxiety. I found the Avenger was really helpful for my cough, and the Sizzle Ripped was really good with helping me to develop strength in my legs. But it was when I started to do more work on my gut with the help from Marsha as well, that it helped me to get rid of a lot of pain in my body. I didn't realize that the symptoms that I had were part of leaky gut and was an autoimmune disease. Up until taking the Sizzle products, my legs were so heavy and each step that I took was a real effort. But now, in May 2020, it feels good to be able to walk with a spring in my step again. I have no pain, although I do still have some aches, and to feel really happy with the knowing that I'm on the right track and that I don't have to go searching anymore. My cough has now gone, and I am so happy to be on the path where I feel that I'm just getting better and better with each and every day. I'm so grateful for Tom Mao's continuous research and development and his formulations of exceptional standards that he provides to us. They are what I consider to be the best products on the planet. I just feel so happy that I don't have to look any further. And yeah, I'm just really happy. So that's my testimony. And thank you all for listening.
Well, thanks for sharing that with us, Carmel. That's a great story. I mean, that's $1 million story. You know that, right?
Well, I listened to Marsha, I think, how she says, your fear of speaking.
Yeah.
It's
It's $1 million story, because think of the 80% of adults that have chronic pain. And wouldn't they like to know what you did so they could get better themselves?
I hope so. I hope so. I've got a lot of friends in a lot of pain, and there is a way out.
Yeah. Well, make sure and share that with everybody. Thanks for sharing with us. And I appreciate you doing that and coming out of your comfort zone to give us that testimonial. So thank you.
Thank
All right.
you.
Let's run up to Canada and let's talk to Rennie. I know, Rennie, you said to me, well, I don't have anything new that's happened, but you know what? I know you do, because you're always getting something new that's going on in your life. So if you jump up on the microphone and share with us your story.
Oh gosh. Well, I've been on the Sisel products now since 2017, just after the age pill launched. So I've used a lot of them, and I've had a lot of great experiences. Everything from what are they called on your wrist? Ganglions?
Ganglionic cyst, yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the worst one I had, and I didn't even realize it until a friend inquired to see if the age pill addressed those. And that's when I looked at my wrists and realized, oh my gosh, I had them. The one on my dominant wrist was a bit larger, but they never bothered me. So I wasn't worried about them. And they had completely disappeared. Now that's an old testimony, but one I've not, it's not that common. So I've done a
Great
lot
story.
with the age pill. I mean, it was my 70th birthday yesterday, and I tell you, I'm sharing that because it really excites me, because I feel more like I'm 38 or 40. I really do. I mean, I was been diagnosed with having osteoarthritis throughout my body, severely in my hands. I don't have an ounce of pain in my body from any arthritis. And I've had, I've had 4 fairly significant surgeries since 2015. And the first one, because I was lifting too much weight at the gym. So I had a double hernia. So as many of you know, that's going to put you on your back in bed for 8 weeks, and then a long recovery. A year after that, I had a very unexpected ovarian cyst appear that they removed quickly. It was growing quickly. So that put me on my back for another 8 weeks, because that is a complete, big surgery. They open you right up from your navel down. After that, I had a severely torn meniscus. So I had surgery for that. And then the only one that I opted in for, I got a new thumb joint last year. So that's me, that's my surgeries, but I don't have any pain. And I know it's from taking the age pill, taking the renovator, using products like Ripped. I mean, I do work out with my trainer numerous times during the week, and that has certainly helped in my recovery. But we all know, as we age, especially, even if we are healthy, it simply does take us longer to get over those things. So I must say that the Sisel products have been a huge part of my wellness journey. So I'm feeling really strong, really healthy, and it was really exciting to be able to say that I'm this age now and feeling as strong and healthy as I am. So that's
All right. Well, thanks for sharing that with us, Rennie. That's exciting.
You bet. You're
And
welcome.
happy birthday. Happy 38 again.
Thank you.
All right. Well, let's go down to your guest down in Australia. Let's talk to Letitia. Thanks for jumping on and sharing your story for the first time with all of us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Well, give us a little background. What's going on with your life, and what's happening, and what kind of things have you noticed that have changed since you got started with Sisel?
Okay. My background is I've been in the wellness industry for quite some time. I've worked as a wellness consultant for another company, that's how I met Renee. And unfortunately, they closed the doors here in Australia. So I had to go back to a normal job. And then, but still kept in touch with Renee because we'd built a rapport through that company. And then she introduced me to the Sisel products. And then just as she was doing that, my brother got diagnosed with cancer. So he had bowel cancer. He was 68, just recently, he just turned 68. So he had bowel cancer. They operated, it was early stages, so that they were able to contain that. But then they advised him that it had actually spread through to his liver. So I got my new business kit and I we went up to see him because he lives 6 hours away from me in Coonabarabran. And so we travelled up there. The doctors, he was practically bedridden, and the doctors told him that to get his affairs in order and that he would, just to go home, get your affairs in order. They'd stop the chemotherapy because it was making him worse. And so then I said to the doctor, I said, well, seeing as you've stopped all that, I'm going to start him on the Balance D to help get his gut healthy so he can actually absorb good nutrients. And then we also introduced the age pill, body shield, triangle of life. We just hit him with everything all at once. And then gradually got him down to just, he likes the age pill, he likes body shield and eternity. So he's been on those 3 for 10 months, plus H2 sticks. He likes them as well. And then I got him some Sisel ripped just to try and build up his muscles in his legs, because he did have a fall when he was in hospital and it affected his knee, so his mobility wasn't quite there. So wasn't too keen on that one though. So, but it did help him. He was able to finally get in and drive a manual car, which he hadn't been able to do for 10 months. And then just recently, like as of Thursday, a few weeks ago, the doctor came to see him at his home and they must have done a blood test or something and said, oh, there's still some protein there that we want to check out. So they put him back into hospital and did some scans. And when the results came back, they went, you're cancer free.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Isn't that amazing? And folks, I'm just going to throw this out there right away. We can't make any medical claims, especially when it comes to cancer. We got to be really, really careful.
Yeah.
And so, your brother, it's a miracle. All we do with our natural products is we optimize his health, we optimize his body's own system, and then we let the body deal with it with the way that it does it.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. So, yeah, and like within, when he first started, like he weighed under 38 kilos. So that's like the size of a 5-year-old child. And he looked like he had come out of the Holocaust. He was just nothing but skin and bone. And I haven't been able to see him because he doesn't have technology, so I can't actually see what he looks like now. But he said he's put on weight. They weighed him in the hospital and he was up to about 44 kilos. So he has put on weight. But yeah, the strength is getting there, and he's just so much happier now. But he's always been into the wellness products and that's how I got interested in it, because of him, because he's a hippie from way back. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing that. What a great testimonial, and maybe we can get him on the call. Maybe we can get him on the call later so that he can, maybe a month down the road or a couple months. Oh, you said he doesn't have technology.
He doesn't have technology, and he's 6 hours drive away.
Yeah. So, well, you'll have to just keep us updated.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
You're
All
welcome.
right. Yeah, I appreciate that. What a great testimonial. Let's go over to Bob. Fix It All Bob, the Outback Bob. Bob, I know that you're a man of many talents, but at 75, you're walking around a golf course and you're feeling healthy. You got your energy back. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with you.
Thank you, Dr. Kurt. I'm revitalizing myself thanks to Tom Mao Mission. I think it's one of the most incredible things. And I'm, as I said to you earlier, I'm doing up an old car and my old DeSoto coupe, and I will show you some photos of it. It's been on life support, but I'm getting around to that. And I've got a mechanic next door to me who's going to help me tomorrow. Just to cut a long story short, I left the sheep station west of Hay in 2015, and I packed up a lot of clothes, and I thought, well, I'll probably never wear these again, and including a pair of overalls. And you know, I'd worked very hard in the bush, and I was very thin weight. But when I come to town and live in Orange, I started to spread out a bit, and I put on a bit of weight. So I took up golf, and I lost a bit of weight, but I still was a lot bigger than I was. But the other day when I decided to do this old car up, I thought I'll actually go and chase up some old overalls. So I found these old overalls, and they obviously are 10 years old. And I put them on, and I went out and worked on the car all day, and I never popped a button. In other words, my body is the same shape as it was 10 years ago.
I love it.
And I've been on Sisel for 174 days. I write it up every day on my diary, and I'm on my 174th day of Sisel products. And the age pills help, but I wasn't to be outdone by that, because I usually have been, as you mentioned, playing golf, but I haven't played golf because of this flipping lockdown, and anyone over 70 is not meant to leave his flipping house and all this garbage. But I appreciate it, because Australia's been fairly successful in keeping it to a minimum. But I missed my golf. But what I decided to do, instead of playing golf and not getting the exercise I was doing, I've been on Sisel Lean for about 3 weeks to a month. If it's in my last order. And every morning I wake up feeling a lot better. I'm feeling, I do my press ups and my jerks, you know, hands behind my head and up to my knees. I do them 20 times, and I do my press ups. I think I'm up to 15. So I'm keeping in trim, but I couldn't have done it without Sisel.
All right. Well, Bob, thank you. What a wonderful testimonial. You know, I just love hearing stories like that. It's fun. It's fun. Well, let's run over to another guy. We're kind of, you know, a lot of us men, we kind of get overpowered because women seem to dominate the network marketing field. So let's go over to Michael and have him share his story as well. So Michael, you're from the Brisbane area as well, Gold Coast area. So I unmuted you if you wanna tell us your story. What's going on?
Thank you, Kurt. Yeah, I hope you can hear me fairly well.
Loud and clear.
Oh, lovely. Good, good. So my testimony is I have gut problems. I've had gut problems for about 20 years. I'm gluten, dairy, and egg intolerant and reactive to certain foods. My symptoms include bloating, gas, distended bowel. I end up feeling lethargic, and I experience real hunger pains when I'm experiencing a reaction. Over the years, I've become more aware of the people around me, rubbing their noses or sneezing. So I'm become a little bit self-aware, and I'm always, I'm always aware where the closest bathroom is to, you know, just in case, you know. So it didn't start like that. It gradually sort of just went downhill after college, university in Australia. And I went to the GP, and unfortunately he couldn't help. I tried allergy elimination, psychology. Naturopaths are okay, but they really couldn't help me, you know, heal and get better. After praying for healing, getting really desperate, I was then introduced to probiotics. Tom's Legacy Company has got a really powerful probiotic here in Australia, and that helps me a lot. But unfortunately, its side effect is gas, which is one of the things I'm just trying to avoid. So that was when a good friend of mine introduced me to the current company, Sisel, and this fantastic probiotic called Balance D. Got vitamin D in it as well, which is great for healing. And this has just been a godsend. For people like me, we just want to get back to normal. We want to be like everyone else. And normal is just trying to, get up to where everyone else is at. And there are days when I'm taking this where I just forget I've got a problem, you know, I forget I have to be worried about all that stuff. It's just absolutely brilliant. When I first got onto it, I committed to trialing it for 3 months. And, you know, it's hard to see differences day to day, but committing to 3 months, over the 3 months, you get a massive difference. So, you know, I just can't encourage people enough to trial it. If they've got a problem, there are no silly questions when it comes to your health. I just please ask the person who invited you onto the call. And obviously Dr. Kurt has just got an amazing amount of knowledge and is so helpful. So yeah, there are people who will come out of the woodwork to help you. So thank you.
You bet. Well, Michael, thanks for getting on and sharing your story for the first time with all of us. You know, I always just like hearing new stories. So thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. All right. Well, let's run over to Anita. Anita joins us. I think this is the first time that you've given your testimonial as well, isn't it?
Yep.
All right. Well, you've got the microphone. Give us a little bit
Okay.
of background on what's going on in your life and how has Sisel improved you.
Oh, I'd love to. I'm really happy to share this with everybody. It was roughly, I suppose, about a year ago that I became just increasingly concerned about my health. For a long time, I had a mild to moderate issue with COPD, and that was just getting worse and worse. It was getting so bad that walking upstairs, I would have to pause. Trying to sleep at night was just really affecting me because I'd wake up and my chest would be rattling and wheezing, and it was really, really very bad. So my energy levels were dropping, probably all due to my COPD issues worsening. Other things that concerned me was my back. I had ex-nursing background. I probably damaged my back from those days. And I had herniated disc problems and sometimes lots of pain and incapacity with that as well. So to sum it up, I suppose I felt I had one foot in a coffin and the other one on a banana skin. So it wasn't a good feeling because prior to that, I was just vibrant, happy, out there, loving life, bushwalking, riding bikes, the whole lot of it. So it was a big spiraling down thing happening. So I went on a hunt then to find out some natural things to help myself. So I knew it had to be something in that area that would work. I did find one product and that did help me a lot with my lungs, but there was still something missing. So it was when my good friend Sally introduced me, she said, look, have a look at these products. They might be a benefit. So I did, and I looked into the Sisel products, their ingredients. I did all my research on them because I love to do that, to research. I thought, wow, there's some really good ingredients here. Then I read some testimonies from people. I thought, wow, testimonies are brilliant. I love them. So I decided to give it a go, and I've been on the Sisel products now for about 3 months, I'd say. And including that was the Stemolytic. When that came out, I got that as soon as I could. So I started with the AH pill and some of the other products and introduced the Stemolytic. So I suppose to date, to sum up, what has happened, the improvements I've noticed. So my lungs are definitely stronger. I am now at 60%, which is fantastic. That's up higher than what it was before at a 52% capacity. My back pain from the discs is gone, but more importantly, well, pain is important to be gone, of course, but my range of movement has just increased again. And the stiffness you get when you get out of bed in the morning, that's gone. I get out of bed like I'm 35 again. I go, wow, this is just great. So I'm back riding my bike. I'm back walking in the bushes. I can keep up with my 2 young grandchildren. And another bonus is that I think my skin is improving. I just feel like I've less wrinkles. It's maybe holding moisture more. All those benefits, particularly for a woman, are just fantastic. So over the 3 months I've been on it, I can only just sing big praises of it. It's just great products. My working life prior to about 2 years ago, when I sort of had to stop working because of, the health issues, I was a business broker. I feel great now and I can easily probably go back to work, but I don't want that arena anymore. I want to go back to the arena I was first in, which was nursing and helping people. And these products just are so beneficial to anyone that even if they're not healthy, they're going to be beneficial to them to take. So I've decided to pursue this as a business as well. The opportunity to do that is great because there is a great comp plan for those that do want it. Not everyone does, and that's fine. So I just see it all round that the Sisel company is marvellous products, giving me back my life. I've got my boom back, and it's going to allow me to work and support myself anywhere over the world once, of course, the borders are opened up again. So I guess that's it from me.
That's it for now. That I mean,
Yeah.
and that's in 90 days. Can you
Yeah.
see yourself in 6 months, a year, 2
Oh,
years?
I want to come back on. It's certainly at 3 months' time, and particularly with my lungs, be able to say, yay, the capacity is increased again. I mean, that would just be a brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Let's get you back on in 90 days. That'll be the 1st of September.
Yeah. And I've even have shared it with some other people. Some that have been very, very ill. And hopefully she'll come on maybe the next week or the following week with a really wonderful testimony to share as well.
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks, Anita, for getting on and sharing with
Thanks,
us.
Bert.
I mean, folks, aren't we just having some great stories? We listen to everybody and just the awesome things that they have to share, and pain and gut problems and COPD and all those different things. I mean, it's just amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Let's run over to Margo. She's down in the Sydney area there. Or no, I mean, Brisbane area. I was thinking your sister's down in Sydney. You're up in
Yeah.
Brisbane, the Gold Coast area. So if you wanna share your story, Margo, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I am in Brisbane. I'm just out in my garden. Really, we've been, mine's different because everything up to today's, today's been health. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different and really talk about our vibrant washing thing. But really in to do with, we've been painting the outside of our house, and vibrant looks after paintbrushes. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different. It's phenomenal at keeping your paintbrushes like new. Like this is really like new, and we've been painting for over a month now, and it's the same brush. So all you do is rinse your brush out at the end of the day, and put a bit of the vibrant washing detergent on it, work it through your brush, wrap it up in some plastic and leave it till the next day when you need to use it, and then rinse it out again. Every bit of paint comes out of the brush. It's amazing.
Wow, that's
Amazing.
fantastic. You know,
Yeah.
I've got a 68 Mustang convertible, and it's got the top and the seats. It's called Snow White. It's just white. It's a
Yeah.
white that glares and hurts your eyes. It's so white. And I use the Vibrant to clean the white upholstery in my car and the white convertible top.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it is
amazing.
so good. And it's
Yeah.
toxin free. So you could sit there and you can work it through the bristles on that paintbrush and not have to worry about the toxins. Huh. So I can
That's
get rid of the
right, yeah.
turpentine.
Well, I've got a water-based paint, good one. But really it's, and it, sometimes you'll rinse a brush out and you've still got some dried brush on your bristles. If you work the Vibrant in, leave it in plastic overnight, use a brush in the morning, it will all come off. Gee bliss,
right.
I love it.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. What a great testimonial and another use for the Vibrant. And so I'm going to run over to Karen. Karen's over there in the Gold Coast area as well. She's got a story that she uses the Vibrant as well. So we'll have Karen share her story.
Hi everybody. I have a cleaning business and as well as a Sisel business. And in my cleaning business, I too use the Vibrant laundry liquid, and it's amazing. So I use it to clean pretty much everything that I have to clean. But as a window cleaner, I have not seen anything that is like this. This has cleaned glass to the point that clients and myself have nearly walked into the glass door that was shut because you seriously didn't know that it was actually shut. So if you're going to use it on glass, be very careful. But yeah, it's really, really effective. It does wipes down benches, cupboards. I use it to actually clean the floors. I really love how our products can be used for many different things and not just what the bottle says. So we really do have an amazing company with amazing products, and the laundry liquid especially, to be able to use it in so many different areas, like the paintbrushes. How cool is that? For cleaning cars and for cleaning your home. That is really powerful. Really, really powerful.
Well, thanks for sharing that story with us, Karen. And you know, isn't it fantastic to hear about that? And you can use these products. And again, how much are you mixing into the water when you're using it as a cleaning for cleaning windows and things like that? You're not using very much at all, are you?
No, I use about half a teaspoon in a large spray bottle, and I just keep on going like that. And it doesn't run out. It just goes forever.
That's exactly it. You know, folks, that's what we have for live testimonies tonight. But I've got one. It's a recorded one, and it comes from a friend of mine down in Australia. She just got started with Sisel back in January, and she's got a fantastic story that she wants to share. And I thought that we'd play that one right now. So hang on.
Hey, beautiful souls. I'm Rach, and I'm just going to share with you a little bit about how the Sisel products have helped me. So I started in January of this year, and I always really struggled with stomach issues, so gut health. It wasn't always that great. I struggled with irritable bowel. I had cramping, bloating. I always looked pregnant, and I was like, how can I get some assistance here? So I did the cleanse, the 4-day cleanse with the Super Detox, and I felt like a new person. No kidding. I had mental clarity, no more bloating, no issues, and I had increased energy. Mainly was definitely increased energy, and I'm a busy mum of 3, so that was absolutely phenomenal. It was just amazing. And then I started on the Balanced Ds, and I've been on them ever since, and I have not had one issue with my gut health. I can eat whatever I want, because obviously when I used to eat certain foods, I'd be triggered and I'd get bloating and that sort of thing. So there's been no cramping, no bloating, nothing. So the Balanced Ds are like my ultimate fave. Another thing is my hair. So I switched over my personal care to obviously Sisel Safe shampoo and conditioner. And it was like 30 days, and I noticed massive repaired, obviously, hair. And I'll actually put the photos in the end of this video for you to check out my 30-day hair results. And it's absolutely amazing. My hair grows so much faster now. It's healthy, and it's just great, you know, natural shine as well. And knowing that obviously all the products are non-toxic, it's even better. And I've recently just started on the age pill as well, and the hydro water. My God. Okay, so where do I start? I started on this more so because I really wanted to give myself a good clean out with the age pill and really just keep my youth forever. And I've definitely noticed an increase of energy mainly, and I've only been on it for about 3 weeks. And I've also noticed my skin is a lot clearer than it usually is. I struggle quite badly with acne in the day, and I've noticed now it's a lot clearer. And also with the hydro water now that I have every single day, and since doing that, I'm just always buzzing, basically. My mind doesn't stop, mental clarity to the max, and just overall energy. I feel absolutely amazing, and I think incorporating the age pill with the hydro water is just a good way of just being energetic all the time. And I can keep up with the kids. You know, I'm quite young, but I was struggling with energy because I don't get enough sleep, really, because my 2-year-old still keeps me up at night. But I feel absolutely amazing. So that's basically my testimonials for now. Obviously, as I still continue on with these amazing products, I'm just getting more and more. But in just a short 4 months, I feel absolutely amazing, and so appreciative, obviously, to Tom for making these products. Thanks for listening, guys.
Look at her hair. Her skin cleared up. You know, I always like doing testimonials. Yeah. Oh, hang on. I got to figure out how to hang on. I got to shut that off. All right. Sorry about that. Her video started repeating itself. You know, I love doing testimonial calls because, I mean, it's where you really find out, do the products really work? Because sometimes I think people, they're convinced that it's a placebo, or maybe it's just me. But Michael had a testimonial about how he used Balanced D and he found that his gut starts working. We have Rachel Another part of the country notices the same thing. We've got how many different people, Carmel and myself and Bob and Anita, that noticed chronic pain going away. You know, you got people that have skin care, like you know, Anita was saying how she noticed her skin's getting better. Rachel said the same thing, and we just, I mean, it's just fun to hear stories like that. It's just fun. So, you know, everybody, thanks for sharing your time with me this weekend, Friday night, Saturday morning, noon if you're down in Australia. For those of you that are listening to the call on Facebook, you know, again, comment, let us know what you think. And I mean, this is the kind of stuff that it will make a difference because, you know, facts tell. I can sit here and I can tell you the ingredient list. I can tell you the science behind every single product. But this is what gets the products out there, because people are going to hear that and they're going to say, hey, I know somebody that has that. I know somebody that has that. I know somebody that could benefit from that. So share this with people. Let them know. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.